Hello and welcome to a new review video, and in today's video I'll be talking about Crossfin, which is an interchange swapping and multi-chain liquidity pool platform solution. It's a really interesting project in the sense that unlike Uniswap, which you can only use on Ethereum, with Crossfin you'll be able to use on various blockchains to be able to swap in and out with assets from one blockchain to another. They're going to start off on Binance Smart Chain at first, but then they're going to be adding other blockchains too, such as Ethereum, maybe Cardano, and some other ones. So that's going to be very interesting because, of course, it'll give you that flexibility and the real feel of DeFi so that you don't have to rely on a centralized exchange. And as always, for transparency reasons, this is a sponsored video. I have been sponsored by Crossfin to talk about them. So just to let you know, and do check the disclaimer in the description, by the way, and this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for educational purposes only, both to educate myself and to educate you. And if you're new here, my name is Claudio and this is Crypto Chain, the channel where I do crypto news, reviews, tutorials, and interviews. So please hit that subscribe button if you're new, hit the like if you enjoyed this video, or dislike if you don't, and leave me a comment below telling me why. I would very much appreciate it, or leave a comment below regardless if you have any sort of questions, any sort of doubts. But like I was saying, crossfin.io is the website. You can find it in the description of the video. They're actually going to assemble DeFi debris into one, as per their words here. One of the problems of DeFi is that it is fragmented by high traction DeFi dApps standing separately in different blockchains. CrossFinance's solution is to connect all chain and to allow users to swap and yield farm on native and synthetic assets. With CrossFinance, you trade and harvest without any borders. So that's pretty cool. And again, they do have a pre-sale going on at the moment. If you're interested, again, not financial advice, I just want to reiterate it. Please do your own research as always. I'm only doing this for educational purposes only, so you should be checking this website too. You should be doing your research on the team. That's the best way to learn about a project. Again, join their Telegram channel. They're all here on the right hand side of the screen. But to basically keep this short, they've got some key features here: cross-chain solution, interchain swapping marketplace, multi-chain yield farming, which means that you're going to be able to supply into the liquidity pools like we've seen with other assets, for example, like with Ethereum. So again, they're going to be using Binance Smart Chain. And as you can see here, you could use pools like CrossFinance or BurgerSwap. Then DEXs on Ethereum, Tron, and other blockchains, right? That's what's going to happen. But at the moment, it is on Binance Smart Chain. Now, leveraging and high traction of other AMM platforms, CrossFinance brings you amazing APYs. It's DAO governed, by the way, so you could see that again, the decentralized authority, gasless and reasonable trading fee, liquidity backend stablecoin. And again, with the low gas fee here, it's basically because they're going to be on Binance Smart Chain. So hence why it's so cheap, right? As we know, if you've been using Binance DEX, you know that it's very, very cheap to do a transaction on there. So that's one of the advantages of using Binance Chain. Unfortunately, with Ethereum at the moment, it's just very, very expensive. I mean, it ended up costing like 15 quid for a transaction. Now it's dropped a bit in prices, like 7 or 8 quid. But it's just unsustainable in the long run, right, if too many people use it. So yeah, liquidity backend stablecoin too. So funds contributed to the liquidity pools are backed by the stablecoin USDX, issued on all blockchains CrossFinance supports. Right after putting liquidity into pools, users receive USDX with the same value as which of the funds they have contributed. Liquidity providers can always liquidate their money and hold a flexible position. So that's one of the things. And the other thing is that when you're going to be supplying to the pool, you'll also be rewarded the specific token from Crossfin, of course. So it's called a Crp token, by the way. And again, you can find this information if you read about the interchange swapping marketplace. So yeah, the fee is 0.3% of the trading volume, which will be automatically converted to Crp for liquidity providers to claim. So if you're a liquidity provider, you can claim Crp. And we're going to be talking about that when we look at the white paper quickly. Now, so they've got more information here, like a connected DeFi world is in need. Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain are now the 3 places with the most active DeFi dApps, especially DEXs and yield farming platforms. The total value locked and daily trading volume of DEXs on these 3 blockchains is currently at $4 billion and 900 million respectively, which easily puts a platform combining all these DEXs in the top 5 biggest crypto exchanges. So we at CrossFinance want to build a one-stop platform where you can yield farm and swap on not just one but many blockchains on which DeFi dApps are hyper active. So basically they're going to start on Binance Chain, like I was saying, and then they'll gradually appear on other blockchains. They've got their roadmap here, Q2 of 2020. They've started the research. Q3 of 2020 is the CrossFinance alpha version on Binance Smart Chain, which you can already use at the moment. We'll take a quick look at that. It looks very similar to Uniswap, by the way, but it's on Binance Chain. In Q4 of 2020, they've got the interchain trustless bridges plan and the USDX stablecoin for the liquidity, of course, and the Crp token staking and yield farming program. So that's when the big stuff is going to happen towards the end of this year. In Q1 of 2021, they've got the CrossFinance beta version integrated with other DeFi blockchains, Ethereum, Tron, etc. And in Q2 of 2021, CrossFinance DAO is put into operation. And what's interesting here is we've got the team members, of course, with LinkedIn profiles associated to them. So that's very good, right? I mean, when I see projects having that, that's pretty good to me. It shows transparency, right? It shows that you can actually look up on these guys and check information to see if they really work there, to see what kind of background they have, what kind of experience, and so on. So I'm not going to go through that in this video because I do want to be talking about the exchange a little bit and then about the white paper. But if you are interested, again, as I recommend you always do your own research, do click on their LinkedIn profiles, do some due diligence on them, do check what their previous work experience and so on, in order to familiarize yourself. So yeah, we can see here the CEO is Roman Andreychuk and is Ezikov Vladislav is the marketing lead. Stefan Janovsky is business development manager. Nick Benedict is the programming lead. And we've got Stephen Travis Theron, who's the advisor. He's been in crypto since 2015, by the way, says it here. So pretty interesting. So again, you can contact them on this email address, but again, you can get in touch with them on Telegram. There is an active admin on there who's happy to answer any kind of questions you may have. But that's it about the website. Let's take a look at the actual platform. So here we can see the CrossFinance exchange. So it looks very similar to Uniswap. I've actually put in some amount here just to see how it looks. So basically you can swap in between all these different assets on Binance Chain. So anything that's on Binance Chain, you can swap for, right? Again, CRP is not available yet, so you can't. They've got a token sale at the moment, just to let you know. I almost forgot to talk about that. So if you click on join pre-sale here, you can see that you can take part here. They're basically estimating 1 USDT to give you roughly 10 CRP, or exactly 10 CRP as they're saying here. That's an estimated price, so it's probably roughly, right? They've got 6 days and 3 hours and 58 minutes left. As you can see, they even have the Binance equivalent here. So 1 BNB would give you 273 CRP. If you are interested in depositing, you can do so using BNB here, as you can see. So you can do that, and then you of course get a referral link if you're interested in that. I will be posting my referral link below. If you are interested, again, I'm always telling you to do your own research. So this is only if you're interested to take part in the pre-sale. I would very much appreciate it if you would use my referral link. You would help this channel too. But if not, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you, of course. So yeah, just to get back to this, you can pretty much use the pool here. You can do the swapping. So again, with the pool, you can add liquidity to it. Again, this is only on Binance Chain at the moment, just to reiterate. They're likely going to add Cardano. Again, they did say they're going to add Tron too. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this progresses. But if we look at their white paper here, which can also be found on the main website. So we're not going to go through every little detail of the white paper. I do recommend you check it out. But basically, if we look here, because you're maybe interested in the tokenomics, as I was as well, we need to go down a bit. So here we can see that there's actually 50 million at the moment. Okay, 50 million is the actual total current supply. So it doesn't mean that it's not going to grow, right? Unless they made a mistake here and they were meant to say that's going to be the total supply. It's the total current supply. So for the token sale, 20 million are going to be sold. That's 40% of the supply. Yield farmer rewards are 30 million, unlocked based on schedule, of course. So yeah, the yield farmer rewards are, of course, if you're going to be supplying to that liquidity pool, then you're going to be rewarded CRP. So that's basically how it is here. Then they've got the project goals, as I was mentioning. But yes, do check this information out, by the way, if you're interested here. Again, they're just reiterating the roadmap here, what they're planning to do, all the different project stages and so on. So yeah, I mean, a pretty interesting project in my opinion, and I do wonder if they're going to list on Binance. I know some people on their Telegram channel have been asking that. That's a question I'm curious to see if they're actually going to do as well. I've got that question too. So I haven't actually asked them that question, to be honest, but even if I would have, I don't know if they could even tell me, right? Because as you know, Binance are very strict about who they about their NDA before they list somebody, right? So again, no guarantees that they will be listed on Binance, and I'm talking about the token, of course, that they're going to be supplying and the one that you can get in token sale. But if they do, I mean, that is pretty big, right? Because as you know, anything that lists on Binance does very well, right? Either we like it or not, that's what happens. So yeah, this is pretty much it from today's review. Let me know what you think again in the comments below. What do you think of Crossfin? What do you think are the pros and cons in your opinion? So yeah, I mean, I do like what they're doing, to be honest. Hence why I wanted to do this review, is because I do like Uniswap, and I'm seeing them use Binance Chain, and then they're going to be using other blockchains too. So I'm a big fan of other blockchains, not so much of Ethereum as per se, because the transaction fees are just so high. I know that Ethereum is very big, but because the transaction fees are so high, it basically blocks you or stops you from buying more tokens than you wish to buy, right? If you want a specific token. So because you're paying so much for that transaction fee. So yeah, I do like Binance Chain, to be honest, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them doing that inter-swap cross-chain functionality. So I will be keeping an eye out on Crossfin for sure to see how they progress. So that's it from today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.